This conference will now be recorded.
This is a special story about construction, and we're going to read together Build a Block. And this is great because right now in my room, I hear construction. I can hear construction out my window where they're building a new building. So let's start. Smash, crash. What is happening? This heavy ball is working. It's a wrecking ball, and it is at a construction site. That's right across the street I have one of these. All right, what's next? Let's see what's happening here. All right, here, what's going on? We're trying to figure it out. What's happening here? Well, I want to take a peek, she says. Oh my goodness, let's open it up. It's a very, very big truck. What's happening? What we start with is a digger. Let's look at it together. It is a bulldozer, we call this. And can you see the workers in the front? They're working on things here. They're digging, but they're working with a bulldozer. Here, we're looking at we're going to flatten the ground. We need to make it very flat. And so we have a special kind of tool for that. It's called the grader. And you can see here the architect looking and trying to figure out, is the ground really flat or do we need to do some more? What else do we have? Let's see what else. Here we have some other tools. And this one is something we use to haul logs. Kind of looks like an octopus, but that's not what it really is. But we can see all the orange cones here telling us to stay away. They're trying to guard the logs. But let's look, let's see. Oh, this is something different. This is called the skipper. The skipper. The skipper is a truck that you can load the logs on, and you can see the big straps here. Over here with the big straps that hold the logs on. What's next? Okay, next we have to do something with the ground. We need to dig it up. What do we dig it up with? Let's see. Oh, this one is the excavator. Have you ever seen a real excavator? I have. They were working on one right outside my apartment. In fact, when you look at this picture, you can almost see Grandma's apartment in one of those buildings. Okay, what's next? Ooh, next we're going to talk about a burrow. This is something we have to do under the city. So underneath the ground, you could say it's very deep in the ground. We're going to do something, and we're really going to dig a hole. Oops, let's see. Let's look close. Oh my goodness, you can see what it's doing. It's digging a hole so deep that it actually is getting down to the skeletons, to some dinosaur skeletons. I don't know about that, but this is called a tunnel borer. What do we have next? Oh, we have some more tools. Now what we're going to do is pour the asphalt. So we're going to actually pour the street. We want to have something that cars can drive on. And this is called the paver. The paver, it's making everything flat so we can actually drive our truck. Now we're going to talk about how we smooth and make the road very smooth. For that one, we use a tool that's called a roller. Can you see the big wheel, the roller? It's very heavy. It's made of stone. I'll put it closer so you can see it. But it's very heavy, and it rolls the street so it's very flat and smooth. Because when you're driving a car, you really don't want to go on bumps. That's not a good idea. Next, we have to paint the lines to keep us safe because we want the cars to stay in their own lane. So we use, what we use for that is the striper. Can you see the striper? It's painting white lines all on the street so we know where to keep our car. The next thing we do, let's see here. All right, here we're going to talk about what we do. Oh, if we have a very big valley. So say there's this big valley, a steep hill, and we want to build the road between the two hills. What we do with this, let me open it up here. We have a special tool, and we'll show you how it works. We raise the girders high into the sky with a crane, and then what we do, you'll see here we have a valley, and we want to open it up and see what happens here. We have this crane that works hard, and then we work hard here to do the pile driver. Oops, I skipped one. There it is. This is what we do. We actually pound the reams on the ground with a pile driver, and then there's another step we got to do till we're done. We've actually got to cut a ditch deep into the ground with a trencher. You see that trencher? I want to make sure you see that. And the man's actually coming to work. It looks like he has some buckets he's bringing to the truck. Next, what we have here is we lower the pipes into the trench. These are the pipes that we need. And we lower them in with what we call a pipe layer. That makes sense. We lay pipes with a pipe layer. You see them? And then finally, we have a couple more here. We lift the skids of the bricks. You see all these red bricks? We lift those big, heavy bricks with a forklift. You can see him lifting those bricks. And then we fly over equipment. So if we have to bring equipment very high up to bring it to the top of the buildings, woo, whoa, can you see that? Let me get it close here for you. This is a sky crane, and it really looks like a helicopter that brings heavy equipment to the scene. Interesting. Then we carry workers, the people that actually have to work very high off the ground, with cherry pickers. And that's a funny name, isn't it? You're carrying workers with a cherry picker? But really, they used to use these special trucks to go way high into the cherry trees and pick out the cherries so we could eat them. So that's why we use them for picking cherries too. That's why we call them cherry pickers. Now it's time for lunch. And look at everybody's having their lunch. You can see they brought their lunch. Some people are sitting on the ground eating their lunch. See them? And some are sitting tall on one of the beams. That looks kind of fun. I kind of think that sounds fun. But now it's time to go back to work. Time to go back to work. And now we have built up a very tall building. We've done a lot of work. We build it up, and then we also build it down. We build, we build, we build all over the town. What a great story. Thanks for reading it with me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. I hope you have a great day. Grandma Margie misses you, and I look forward to reading you stories soon when we're sitting next to each other on the couch. That'll be really fun. Love you.